All right. Well, we have a special guest coming on right now, Luis Berti of Delivery TV. You may not know him. If you do, if you don't, link is going to be in the description to his channel. And he is coming on to talk about some of the fake accounts, what's going on there. A lot with more food delivery than rideshare, but it is still a big problem nonetheless. So let's bring him on right now. How you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. Can't complain.
How is
listening.
everybody?
How are you, buddy?
Good, happy. Let's make some noise. Come
Let's
on.
make some noise. Okay, so Luis is a dynamo. You know, the Energizer bunny that goes like this. That's Luis right there.
Yeah, there's a few people I know like that. Luis and
Luis
Driver
is the
Sensei.
man. I mean, seriously, he's the man, and he has so much energy, and he puts 150 million% in everything he does. I met him actually last year at Curbivore, which we're going to talk about too at the end of the show. Because now tickets are out for $5. I want all LA drivers to show up to that one.
Come on, let's go.
But Luis was there. I met him. Then I met him in Denver about 8 months ago, whenever it was, in person. And Luis is on fire. Luis has his own channel, but he deals more with deliveries. That's why you guys can see on his beautiful shirt, Delivery TV. And he caters mostly to delivery side of the business, last mile deliveries, Walmart Spark, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart, all that good stuff that we don't do that much. But we've been working together on this issue of fake accounts or, people who are basically going and buying or leasing accounts from other people and doing deliveries, and even rideshare. It's a problem in rideshare as well. Like the headline of our show it says today, consumers need to watch out, drivers need to watch out. So with that said, Luis, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are for our audience.
Well, thank you for having me here, Chris. Sergio, I'm so happy, and I feel a huge responsibility with you and your audience. So thank you for bringing me, because this subject is really serious. This is something that we knew about this. Since the beginning, we know that people usually they want to put money in the table and food on the table and provide to their families, and that is something that we get it. And I want to start with that. I know that some people just want to earn some money and move forward, and it's something that is not new. But what's going on right now is changing the game. And I have so much information, and something that amazed me in this moment is the way that some people are receiving the information, like it's not something important. Well, my name is Luis. I have a YouTube channel called Delivery TV. We're on our way to 72,000 subscribers, I think. Good. Almost 1 million views per month. And we have the TikTok and we have the Instagram, and we talk about delivery in Spanish. Yep. So I'm more fluid in Spanish.
Yeah, no, you're doing fine.
To convey the information that I have.
No, you're doing fine. And even if I don't speak Spanish, I mean, I understand a little bit, but I watch Luis because he's so animated when he's doing his live streams. It's completely opposite of ours. We're like more calm and cool. He's like on fire every single time, and he brings it every time. So, what he said is true. A lot of people depend on the gig economy to put food on the table. And look, we've known these problems for a while, but now with the latest round of, by the way, Luis is from Venezuela originally, and with the migrants showing up in our shore sides, I mean, by the hundreds of thousands, and poor migrants are getting shipped around because of politics all over the country in this cold weather, right? First of all, they're being used and abused and exploited, and Luis will tell you his findings. And then all I can tell you, Luis, is that I'm 100% behind you in whatever you're doing. I support whatever you're doing. And, we will bring this to the attention of not only the media, the public, but also the companies, because I think the companies are not doing enough to stop it because it's benefiting them. So you take it over.
All right. The first thing that I brought some images, and the first one, when I show it to Chris, he told me you're gonna have to give some context, and that's the word that I have today to start. Being naive in front of the situation is not good. It's not a good sign. What we are talking about is a business that is behind all these accounts. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of accounts being sold, affecting and I always share an example. If you are an owner of a restaurant and okay, you need 10 waiters, all right, but if you hire 5,000, the system is gonna crack. The system is gonna be affected, and this is what's going on right now. We have people who are selling accounts, but the problem is not like the account. If you can help me with the next images, the next big slide that I have. What you are looking here is numbers. And what is that? It's just a couple of numbers of Walmart stores. Those numbers are situations. Each one of those numbers is a testimony that I have with pictures, with videos, and with dangerous situations that are happening. And I have so many more numbers. The next image, please. Chris, thank you. I brought this one because this is a pyramidal scheme.
Yeah, pyramid scheme. Yeah, pyramid scheme.
Yeah. At the top, you have the guys who drive Lamborghinis and Bentleys right now, and they provide the business to with fake. And this is the huge problem right now. I don't know if the problem right now is the account. I was reading a message in the commentaries about those are not fake accounts. Maybe it's true, but this is the thing. Identities. That is the word. We're talking about people who create accounts with fake IDs, but with real people, maybe yours, Sergio, maybe yours, Chris. They take the social, they take the information, and they create accounts, and they found websites and spaces in the web to create the licenses and the information that they need to create accounts, but they also have links, and they can crack the system of face identity, and it's awful. So we have the top, then we have the distribution, the two little guys, but we're talking about hundreds of thousands, and then the clients. And the clients, I want to focus there. Can you put the New York Post images? What we're looking here is a New York Post article mentioning Tren de Aragua gang. That is from Venezuela, and that is a freaking dangerous gang. And those are the guys who are selling and purchasing accounts and going to the customers' houses to deliver, and who knows what else. And that is why I start the conversation with the word naive. We cannot be naive. I was talking with this cop the other day, and he couldn't believe. He was like, seriously? And I told him, listen, go to Walmart and check. And he told me, I'm a Walmart customer. And I told him, well, that is the situation. And what we're doing here is creating awareness. And to the English-speaking community, I just want to tell you, this is heavy. I'm receiving photos, images, numbers of Walmarts. Like 5 days ago, I talked with a person who gave me information that I was like, I was scared of that information. I spoke with Sergio that day. I was like sweating that day because of the situation.
But Luis, like a lot of this, okay, a lot of this is happening because look, it happens in rideshare, but it's happening very frequently because there is not enough checks and balances, right? So even one of our own contributors, Gabe, up in San Francisco, they stole his ID, and on Uber platform, Uber put his account on hold. He writes for us, okay? And he called Uber support, and Uber support says, "Oh, by the way, your account is one of your accounts is being used in Connecticut, and the other one is in San Diego, and one guy already has done 600 deliveries with your name. Think about it." And they deactivated Gabe because they thought he was, selling his ID, right? So this is a huge problem, but let's dissect the problem though, okay? Who is the bigger issue for here? Is it for the delivery drivers who are getting less orders because market's already oversaturated and now there's more accounts, more people doing it? That's one. Is it the consumer that's going to get hurt the most because it's unsafe? Whoever's delivering the food is not who the app says is going to deliver the food. So, and lastly, we'll talk about the companies, but let's talk about the first two.
I want to say something. And I want to say something about the customers. I stopped doing Spark Driver months ago. I'm not working with Spark Driver anymore. And you know why? At first was because of the situation. The orders just went away, and I don't want to start with the bots. I don't want to start there because that's another subject. But because of the bots, I start doing Walmart. But then I start sharing the information in my YouTube channel. And now I cannot go to Walmart because I'm scared. I'm scared of going there and work because I don't know who is going to see me. Yeah. And I don't know what can happen. If I'm scared, who is sharing this information with the customer about who is giving them and taking the delivery to their floor, to the doorsteps?
Yeah.
So who is sharing this information with the customers? This is heavy. The cop was amazed.
Do you think, how do we I mean, we've been talking about this for a while on RideShare, but on deliveries, because I do quite a few deliveries myself, and I have ordered food on DoorDash or Uber Eats myself. And you see the picture of the person that's going to deliver the food, and when they deliver it, it looks nothing like the person that should be delivering the food, right? But how do we get to the consumer? Like, how do we say, by the way, who you're ordering from is not who's delivering your food or your groceries or your Walmart packages, specifically in Spark's case? How do we educate the consumer about this?
Media.
Yeah.
Business Insider, the New York Post, Yahoo Finance.
Yeah.
New York Post. Those are the guys that we need to talk with.
Yeah.
And I invite all the drivers who are watching this, every time that you see an article about delivery, go to the end and see who brought it and brought to that guy and send him the information that you have, because it's heavy.
Yeah. And how about this then? Let's talk a little bit about the existing driver community who's suffering as well, because these extra accounts are being dumped into the marketplace, and obviously the pie is staying the same size, but the mouths to feed are a lot more. And you said you don't want to talk about bots, but let's talk about bots. Okay, I mean, look, we're here, we're going to open this can of worms, and then it goes wherever it goes. So first, let's talk about how it's creating more oversaturation, because I know a lot of delivery drivers, like Zach drives fast, Kim of Side Money Plans. She's complaining in Jersey that all these new drivers are showing up, picking up food and deliveries that she has never seen before, right? But it's adding to the legally working people of DoorDash and Uber Eats and Walmart who have one account. And a lot of people are saying, I'm seeing people with 3, 4, 5 phones in their hands. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. And I want to say something here really important. One information that I have, and I'm inviting to the Walmart people to come and explain some things. And if you want to share this information here or in my channel, that will be great. I'm giving you the invitation. But the information that I have is that some dispatchers in Walmart receive money, and the top of the pyramid, they give them money. And if you are not paying as a driver money to that Walmart and to that gang, you won't receive orders. About the bots, this week I share a photo of like 50 phones in a table receiving orders. So wow. Round robin orders. You might see round robin orders, but the other orders you won't see it, because those systems take the orders, the orders that are sent to everybody, not Robinson, but the other one, the other type. So that's why when you see the order and you click, it disappears because the other person already have it.
Yeah.
And I don't know where do we get.
Yeah, no. I mean, no, it's a major issue. And you know, this is not the first time we're gonna see you, obviously. But now let's talk a little bit about why the companies are allowing this to happen. I mean, the answer is pretty simple to me, but maybe you have a different answer.
Well, they have the control on their hands. The thing is that the bureaucratic situation with the companies is heavy, because if someone is really inside the companies, really with the intention of work, they have to go to this department and then the other department and then the other department. And by the end of the month, they create something to update the app. But the gang and the people and the hackers, they already crack and they already know how to crack the system that this app took a month to discover how to do it. Yeah. So they move really fast comparing to the companies. I'm not defending the companies. I mean,
yeah.
And I said this last week in my YouTube channel. Everything that you are doing as a company are showing the drivers that you don't freaking care.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I agree. Care. I agree. And you know, we say that about rideshare quite a bit, which I'm sure we will again today. But as far as I'm concerned, look, working with these companies, I figured it out what you just said. They work very slow, right? And stuff is happening on the street level, but they're not on the street level. All they do is write code and then figure things out. But the other thing I'm thinking is that, you know, a lot of these orders, we're going to show a DoorDash order today, which had a zero delivery fee, zero, like free, literally free, right? And it benefits these companies, these last mile delivery companies, that there are people who are being exploited out there. Those are the only people who are going to do the $1 or $2 DoorDash no tip order, right? And DoorDash only cares about pushing these orders out, period. You know, they did 600 million orders last quarter. If it's me and you, Luis, nobody will pick up those $2 no tip orders, right? But somebody is doing it. And this is the situation that I feel like, you know, those are the people who are doing these orders. But as far as what you're doing currently, like, where are you in this investigation? You know, in every investigation, there's a starting period. You wake up, you go, okay, there's something wrong with this. And then you start getting into it, right? You can have freedom, talk as much as you're allowed to talk, or you want to talk about it, because I want to help you. I really do. And I want to bring this to the company's attention. But like, if we were to put a scale of 1 through 10, where do you think this investigation is at? Is it a 3? Is it a 4? Is it a lot more to discover?
Yeah, there's a lot more to discover, but I feel like in the moment that I am right now is in the moment where I just completely lost the hope with the apps. I'm hopeless with the apps, and I just want to go to the media and show them everything.
Okay.
And you had seen some emails that I sent you, and we are all the time. By the way, if something happened to me, there's Sergio, and you're gonna have to go for him, right?
Yeah, but
I have to say that. So
look, when you're in the public eye, you have to take that. You have to take the heat, and I know you are taking heat. And to me, look, you know, we're working for the bigger good. You know, it's not about you and me; it's about the community, right? And I think the community is behind us. That we need to definitely do something about it. And so when you're out there, you said you stopped doing Spark, right?
Yeah.
Is it because of fear of something, or is it why, or is it no orders? All orders are getting grabbed, all the good orders?
I was suffering because of the bots, and I stopped receiving good orders, but I still was working. But one time I was delivering in a Walmart, and like 5 guys came up to me.
Yeah.
And I was scared.
Okay.
Luckily, they were good. And they want me to go to another Walmart, and I made a video with that. And the video is on my YouTube channel, where I'm like with a bunch of drivers going to talk with a Walmart manager. And here's something I want to say. If you see something weird, don't go to the dispatcher. don't go to the supervisor. You might be disconnected. Okay? Don't trust in the dispatchers and the guys over there in the Walmart. Don't trust in them. All right? Write an email, send us the information, and we will put it on the media. But and the other thing is, don't confront those weird drivers. You don't know who they are, and that is dangerous, really dangerous. Those people, I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, no, well, you don't have to go into that detail because I know what the details are. But so you know, our I mean, we have a game plan. Obviously, we talk about these things quite a bit, and definitely media is going to play helping us to alert the consumer, because this is a completely unsafe situation for the consumer. And once the consumer wakes up to this and they start complaining, then I think the companies are going to pay attention.
I believe that too.
Yeah. So let's do this. We have a few minutes, but it doesn't matter because I think this is an important subject. I know you're from Venezuela, right?
Yes.
And you're an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. I came to this country, you know, gave me everything I have, and it's giving you everything you have, right? By the way, Luis is an active delivery driver. I was talking to him yesterday. He was doing the Uber Eats deliveries, so we both do it. Tell me a little bit about that connection, Luis. I mean, I know it's a personal connection here too with you, right? With all the Venezuelan migrants showing up, you know, in this country. And what do you think about that? And what do you feel about that? And do you think they're being exploited by these gangs or bots or whatever you want to call it?
Well, I heard about gangs who paid 200. If you pay them $200, you have an account, and $200 more, and you have the car of the in a weekly basis. And you have paid like $200 more, and you have a bed to sleep, so you have $600 per week, and you can have an account, a car, and a place to sleep. I've been listening, like prices is crazy, like $1,500 and $1,700 per week for an account is crazy, the amount that I'm receiving. But it's an e-commerce right now. The connection with my country, I'm from Venezuela, and you hear about the Venezuelans. Well, yeah, and affect me in a personal way. And I just want to say, not everybody is bad. I'm from Venezuela. I'm trying to do some good. And if you ask me, in my mind, what I have right now is control. I think what we need is control. This is out of control. I understand some people want to put food on their table. I know I have a friend who crossed the river in the south border with his son, and his son had cancer. And the little guy just rang the bell a month ago, and he called me to tell me that he saved the life of his kid by crossing the south border. So it's not like I mean, I recognize that there are some good people over there, but we need control. And sorry if I get passionate about this. It's just that I want to break the language barrier, because that is important too. In the Hispanic community, that is normal. And I want to break the barrier of language and bring you in the conversation, so the message can be further.
Yeah, I mean, look, we do have our obviously barrier with language, but you're doing amazing work on your channel, you know, with the Hispanic community. We're doing great work, obviously, with our English, but that's not the issue. The issue is, you know, unity, and there's power in numbers, right? And I mean, I'll give you my word. This is live. Whoever's watching this is watching this, and I'm sure I know the company's watching this. Uber Eats, I'm going to see you in a month. This needs to end. This cannot continue. It's not only hurting your existing couriers and last mile delivery drivers, but it's completely unsafe for your own consumer. When do you wake up? When do you stop this? Is it possible to stop this? I don't know. But with your technology, I think it's possible to eliminate a lot of these bad apples. And if you're just not doing it to make a couple of bucks, Uber Eats, and waiting until somebody gets raped or killed by one of these people who are delivering illegally, then it's on you. But I give you my word, Luis. I give you my promise that I will do anything I can to push this cause further into the media and talk about it and fix it. I mean, you know, we're just two people. So everybody watching here and everybody watching, you know, later on, you guys can do your share. If you're a delivery driver, pay attention to what Luis is saying. This is happening. Don't just put your head in the sand and say, oh, everything is fine. No, it's not. This isn't about me. This is about the community. But, you know, I want you to say a couple of words in Spanish for our, we do have some Spanish speaking community here as well. So, you know, go ahead and close in a couple of minutes in Spanish.
Tomen una foto, graben un video con mucha discreción y envíen el video a mi correo, al correo de Sergio, a Report to Spark y a los medios de comunicación posible. No enfrenten a esos drivers porque son peligrosos y no denuncien a la gerencia de Walmart porque van a perder su tiempo y su cuenta. Tengan mucho cuidado. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Luis. Look, I want to, obviously, we're going to work together. We'll talk quite a bit. I am all in. I mean, you're all in. I can tell you're all in from what I know, and I'm all in. And let's just push. That's all we can do. And you know, we're taking the lead in this. I'm hoping that a lot of people who watch this now or later as drivers or the leaders of their community spread this. You know, I mean, you can email me, Sergio at RideShareGuy.com. You can email Luis. We're going to put all his info is in the show notes. This is something that's very important that we need to tackle. And it happens much less on the rideshare community. But this is something we need to really, really dig into and try to stop. So Luis, I'll give you the last word, buddy. I mean, you can hang out, do whatever you want with us, but you know, give us some advice. Give us some advice to our community and to your community as well. What they should be looking out for, a summary, and what they can do.
Well, you know your Walmart, you know your area. If you see something weird, record it. You have to convert yourself in a journalist. Don't confront the people, record it, and send them to the media, send them to the RideShare Guy. And I know some people are good, but the small portion is dangerous. And please, I want to shake your shoulders right now and tell you this is dangerous. Take action. Send this to the media because the customer have to know. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luis. I'll be in touch. And Luis has his own live streams. You know, he has his amazing YouTube channel. Please go visit it, Delivery TV. He's on all social media. In fact, he's going to, did you say you're going to live stream from the protest tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, the protest. We're going to be in the morning with the live streaming all day to see how things are going over there.
I'll be watching. Right. So thank you, Luis. Much love. Stay healthy. Stay safe. I'll see you around.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.